Hey, what's up, guys? Sean here. So this week's video is going to be short and sweet. It's actually going to be in preparation for next week's video, and that one should be pretty cool, so keep your eye out for that one. But in this week's video, we're going to do something that I've been needing to do for a long time. We're going to make a DIY gear hanger for the camp. Let's get it. You guys can probably already tell, I am using my new cell phone for these shorter, smaller videos like this because it has a little bit more depth of field and stuff like that. Still got to work on the audio, got to get a mic for it. The audio is not the best, but it'll do for what we're trying to do right now. And I like the way it looks. I think it looks cool. So let me know what you think about the kind of the look of the video in the bottom. We may actually use it a little more in the future. Depending on, how things go with it. But today, I went to Walmart, of course. I went to Walmart. And I picked up everything we need to make a simple DIY gear hanger for 13 bucks from Walmart. It's not going to break the bank. It's going to be super simple to make. So let's go ahead and jump into that and get this thing made. So as you can see here, I went ahead and grabbed 50 foot of orange paracord and 6 orange carabiners. I think for a gear hanger like this, high-vis is probably a good idea. Okay, so we've got our paracord and our carabiners here. We're going to need a knife and a lighter. So first thing we're going to do is take the wrap off the paracord and try to find the end of this thing. Did I do it right off the bat? I did. Awesome. So the thing comes melted already on the end of it. But I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more because it's not melted very good. And I want it to be sealed up. Like that. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a bowline on the end of this line. That way when you wrap it around the tree, you have something to hook to. Very simple. Okay, so to create a bowline is very simple. We're going to take our left hand and roll forward. Our right hand is going to roll backwards and we're going to create a loop. Like that. Now you're going to take your tag end right here, come up through the loop, behind the line, and back into the loop. Just like that. Once you go into that loop, you're going to grab both pieces and pull it snug. Once you do that, you have a bowline. Now after you've created your bowline, we're going to pull off about 15 feet of this paracord. So I know that my hands from tip to tip is close to 6 feet. So I know I need just under 3 lengths of this. So we're going to go 1, 2, somewhere in there. So that's probably 15, 18 feet, somewhere in there. Not really going to worry too much about measuring it. We're going to go ahead and cut it here. And go ahead and burn this end. That way it'll seal it all up. We don't want it fraying. There we go. A lot of people take that, wet your fingers and pull it out straight. I actually kind of like the little nub on the end of it. That way if I do put a knot in it, it kind of gives it a stopper so it doesn't slip all the way off. So I don't really mind that. Alright, so now that we've got our paracord all stretched out here, I'm going to show you how I'm going to add the carabiners to it. Now there are several ways you can add the carabiners to it, and I've seen several different styles. But in today's video, I want to do it as simple as possible. So the first thing I want you to do, I want you to put one close. Now this is going to be for heavier objects because this will hook to the tree, and so this will be closest to the tree and carry the most weight without sagging your line. So we're going to do similar to a Marline spike, and we're going to use these carabiners as the spike. Okay, so here's the deal. I got 6 carabiners. You can get however many carabiners you think you're going to need. And, you know, you should have plenty of length here. And you can make these adjustable. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set them about thumb to pinky length apart on my line. And that should give me plenty of room in between them so everything's not kind of jumbled up. It'll look nice and neat. But if you have to, you can kind of put them closer together, depending on the size of what you're trying to hang. So next thing we're going to do is go ahead and make our Marline spike. Simple. Pull it up through there. Then you're going to hook your carabiner through it. Like that. And cinch it up. Just like that. Very, very simple. Okay, so let's go over this a little bit slower and show you how I did that. So very similar to the way we made our bowline. We're going to pull us a little piece out here. We're going to make a loop. Now flip that loop, reach inside, and pull up a piece, just like that. See it? Now we're going to take our carabiner. We're going to clip onto that loop, drop it down, and snug it up. Now you want to dress it and make it look nice and neat. But it's as simple as that. Okay, so we've got the first one on there. Now we're going to go right down the line and make a few more. Like that. So on, so on, so forth. Guys, so you should end up with something that looks kind of like this. Very, very simple, right? Let's go outside and hook this thing up between a couple trees. See how it looks. Okay, guys. So now we've got these 2 trees right here. And we're going to run our gear hanger up between those 2 trees and see how it works. Yep. I'm going to bring our bowline around and just tuck our line through there with a stick. Voila. Now let's stretch across to here. And we'll have a bunch left over, but I'll just do a little trucker's hitch. Simple. Like that. Now we can just go about hanging our gear up. such a simple little project, and it's really going to help out around camp. For 13 bucks, it's kind of hard to beat it. Now when it comes to storage, I think for now I'm going to store it in my tarp bag with my Ridgeline. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take all my carabiners off, and I'll hook them through my bowline on the end. Very simple process. It's easy to make, so it's not that huge a deal. Now, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and add some prusiks to this, slide them all to one end if you didn't want to take your carabiners off, and do it that way. And that would be a very nice way to do it. Then you could adjust them how you want to down the line. But for today's video, I wanted to make it as simple as possible. So this way is very, very simple, and it's effective. Okay, now I've got all my carabiners hooked on my bowline. Time to wrap it up. Okay, so we're just going to set this thing up in sort of a quick release where it doesn't get tangled up. Drop it across your thumb, run it around your pinky. Around your thumb, not getting this line in the way. So we're going to go around there. We're going to leave that line out. We're going to leave us a little bit so we can wrap it up. Now we got that. Let's come around. We're going to work our way back to the top. Once we get to our last loop, we're going to just run it behind one like that, and just kind of pull it tight so it looks like that. Now, the nice thing about this, it's quick release. So you grab it, and you just pull it out, and it never gets tangled up. Just like that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. If it did, give it that big thumbs up for me. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, leave me a message, let me know what you thought about the video. Share this video with your friends if you think it'll help them. Follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. And I appreciate you guys watching again. We'll see you next time.